So I don't think she's talking about the school's office. I think she's talking about her mother's office where her mother works. Because she also keeps referring to looking for Maddie in the walk path, and she didn't see Maddie walking. So that doesn't say to me that she's looking for Maddie in the school office. She's looking for Maddie at the mom's office, where Jen Soto's mom works, y'all.
So I went back to the office, and then I was like, "Is she here yet?" No, she hasn't gotten here. And I said, "Okay, hold on. Let me see." I called her best friend, and I was like, "Hey, are you?" I don't know if I told.
She called. So Jen is telling the officer right now that she called the best friend to find out if the best friend was with Maddie.
I told her I was taking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, "No, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period." And I said, "What do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school." She goes, "No, she never made it to any of her periods." And I said, "Can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it?" She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong.
Oh, okay. So she did say the best friend got back to me. So this probably was when the best friend called her back. I'm not making no excuses for Jen Soto at this point because she is still on my radar.
I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was truly wrong. After her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone, I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school.
See? What did I tell you? Look at how long it took for Jen Soto to check with somebody at the school. Like in the school. She's saying by the time she thought about going to check for Maddie in the school, nobody was there. So what time are we talking about here? Wait, something ain't right. Something is not right with Jen Soto's actions. Something's not right.
So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that response from her teacher at that point.
Tell her something is not right with Jen Soto's story. Something's not right with Jen Soto's story. I'm telling y'all something is not right with Jen Soto's story. I need to look at. He's saying that he went back to the house real quick after they left because he forgot his gate clicker. So let's look at this. He's saying that surveillance caught him traveling in the opposite direction that he originally said he was going in between this time frame that he had Miss Madeline because he forgot his gate clicker. He's going back to the house at this time. So he said it was after they left the house that he realized that he forgot his gate clicker, and now he's going back because he said he went back to the house real quick. But Jen told the police that Stephen came into her room around 8. It was around 8, between 8 and 8:15, to put a leash on the dog. And she said at that time she heard someone in the kitchen that she presumed was Maddie getting ready for school. Hold on. Something not right here. Something's not right. Jen told the police that Stephen came into her room around 8, between 8 and 8:15, to leash the dog. She said around that time is when she also heard someone in the kitchen. She presumed it was Maddie. She said she thought maybe Maddie came downstairs to get ready in her bedroom that was in the living room. The little space she said Maddie had in the living room. She assumed that Maddie was down there getting ready. This is at 8. This is what Jen said. Huh? Okay. I don't know what your definition of real quick is. But why is it taking you damn near an hour from the time you left your house to return back to your house because you forgot your gate clicker? When you said that you forgot your gate clicker and you went back real quick to the house. Real quick is not an hour span of time. That's not real quick. Not to me. It could be to somebody else, but to me, that's not real quick. See that? He was guesstimating these times. I think I mentioned it in another video. That's exactly what he was doing, right? And granted, I understand people can't remember exact times, but you could give a time frame. And you being specific, you could give a time frame for everything that you do. Okay. And even if you don't give a time, you could say, well, it was the morning or it was the afternoon, and it had to be around. It's okay if you say 8:15ish, 8:30ish, but it's not okay if that time coincides with something that the police have now deemed contradictory to what you said. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem now. Some type of behavior. And another thing, if the police said that they spotted Stefan's car going in the opposite direction of Madeline's school, i.e., back home, right? Because he forgot his gate clicker. He forgot his gate clicker. Then that would mean Madeline was already in the car when Stefan went into the house. Because this is between 8 and 8:15. So Stefan went into the house between 8 and 8:15. This is the same time period that Jen said Stefan came into her room to leash the dog. She didn't mention that Stefan asked for the gate clicker. What? She didn't even mention that. Because mind you, she was asleep, right? She was asleep. She was asleep. So I guess she couldn't tell you whether or not Stefan had left the house or Stefan was in the house. But given what she said, Stefan came in to leash the dog. She got up to help him leash the dog. And Stefan told her to go back to sleep. She also said during this time, she heard somebody in the kitchen and she assumed it was Maddie. So if Maddie was in the house during this time, how could she be in the car with Stefan at the same time? She couldn't be. She can't be in two places at one time. But if Jen Soto is telling the truth, when Stefan came in to her room and she said that Stefan came in to leash the dog because Stefan was about to take the dog for a walk to take the dog out. She didn't mention that Stefan said anything about a gate clicker. And Stefan told the police that during this time, when his vehicle is spotted going back to the house, he said it's because he went to go get his gate clicker. Oh, behavior, or you were responding to something, or whatever the case, but it's you who is doing it. Your time frame should be accurate enough that if they looking at time frame, it should coincide with what you said. And don't think police don't understand that, because they do. It's a time frame. Where if you said you was doing something particular at this time, was around about this time, they should see some type of evidence, or they shouldn't see some type of evidence of you doing something in this time if you said you're not. Or they should see evidence that you are doing something that you said you were doing in this time frame. So this is another situation where I feel like he's gonna be caught up. In the morning, she saw Blank getting ready for school. Blank stated, hold on, hold the phone. Jen Soto got a problem with her memory. Now, The interview that we was watching just now was recorded on February 27th. This is the day after. This is the day after Madeline goes missing. The day after, okay? That was that interrogation with the police. This particular statement was done on the day of Madeline's disappearance, which was February 26th. Now, the reason why I say Jen Soto got a problem with her memory is because in this on February 26th, this document says that Jen Soto told the deputies that at approximately 8 o'clock, she saw Madeline getting ready for school. That is not what she said when she spoke to police the next day. So already her story's not consistent. It's not consistent. It's not, because on the okay, like I said, I don't understand how, why your story changed. I mean, within a day, your story done changed already. You told the police the day of Madeline going missing that at approximately 8 o'clock, you saw her getting ready for school. Oh, and even in this document, on the 26th, when Jen first gave her statement, she says that around 1600 hours, which is 4 p.m., she went to pick Maddie up and she never came out of the school. Jen stated, because that's who that is, Jen stated she searched around the area, not that she parked her car and went into the school to go speak to the teachers or go get the principal or go to the office or anything like that. She searched around the area and then went to her mother's office but could not locate her. So that was the office that Jen was at. That it was not the school's office. And there's also significance to why he lied or he was deceptive in his timeline. Because this timeline that he gave initially to detectives between 7:15ish and 8:20 something of dropping Miss Madeline off away from her school is bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and call it what it is. It's bullshit. And I wasn't wrong about that shit. I wasn't wrong about that shit. I told y'all it was some significance surrounding these timelines. Woo, I'm telling you, this type of shit gets me heated. If y'all want to know why this type of shit gets me heated, it's because I was a child victim. And I have it out for all you motherfucking sexual molesters, child molesters, pedophiles. I have it out for all you bitches. And I'm going to call out this fucking behavior every time I see it. But we talking about Jen right now. We talking about Jen right now. Hers, she's not even clear with me. Because she's already being inconsistent with her story. And the actions that she took on the day that her baby didn't come out of that school are questionable to me. They're very questionable to me. That is not at all. And I'm not saying she should have handled it the way I would have handled it. What I am saying is, in my opinion, the way she handled things that day is suspicious. Very suspicious to me. By the time she got to thinking, well, let me go check in the school. It just so happened that at that time, nobody was in school anymore. Everybody was gone. And you email the teachers, and you in a state of panic, but you email the teachers. You leave the school. What? No, I don't care what nobody say. No. That he had a fear of possible exposure. Because what I know about these types of people is because they will go to any measure to protect their secret, to protect what society will not support them doing, to protect their freedom. And that's what I'm going to say. Only he can answer that question, and you will never get it out of him. You will never. He was never going to admit to you what he did. Never. He's never going to admit to you. I am telling you now. Even when he's found guilty, and he will be found guilty, he's not going to tell you what happened. He's not. He'd rather be found guilty, or he'd rather plead guilty to avoid a trial, and then he's going to prison. He's not going to tell you. While the arrest warrant was being written and obtained by Detective Moore, at approximately 17:45 hours, I contacted Blank in a conference room at the sheriff's office. Blank was asked questions about Blank being missing and the dynamics of the household. Blank stated her and Stephen had been dating on and off for approximately 7. What? This wasn't even a situation where this was like a happy life here that the mother and Mr. Stephen had. As far as the relationship, they were on and off. So that means he was in and out of the picture. Y'all look at the number of sexual battery charges that he has on a minor under 12. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how far back this is going. 2019? 2019? 2019. This goes back to 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. We're in 24. I can't believe this shit. It's Orange County detectives, and again, I'm presuming when I say her name because it's blacked out. Detectives begin to author an arrest warrant for Stephen due to the fact that most of these images appear to have occurred at the residence of blank location. Most of these images appear to have occurred at the residence of blank location. So I wonder what residence this is. Because if this was Miss Jennifer Soto's home, I'm trying to get all in this mother's head. All in this mother's head. For how in the hell this shit happened and how come it happened so fucking long and you had no clue. In your home. I contacted Blank in a conference room at the sheriff's office. Blank was asked questions about Blank being missing and the dynamics of the household. Blank stated, hold on, y'all. All right. Blank stated her and Stephen had been dating on and off for approximately 7 years. Stephen had moved out of the home in the later part of 2023. That wasn't that long ago. That was just the end of last year. Blank stated while they were together, they would either all sleep in the same bed. What in the I'm sorry, y'all. When I be watching myself over, I'll be cracking myself up. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I swear sometimes my reactions be cracking me up. Not at all do I believe that this is a funny matter at all. I am cracking up on my reactions. My reactions be cracking me up sometimes, especially when I watch it over. Oh man. Because I really am passionate about this type of shit. I do not play when it comes to children. I do not play when it comes to abused victims. I do not play at all. Okay. I am very passionate about this shit. So the reactions that I am giving you, believe them. If I seem serious, I am. As fuck. I'm serious as hell. What kind of bullshit is this? Why the hell is your daughter sleeping in the bed with you and a fully grown fucking man that is not her father? Where the fuck they do that at? Because who does that? Why is that inappropriate, Mom? And why is that appropriate? You tell me both situations here, because I want to know where the fuck your thought is, your thought process. What is your fucking mental processing here on this situation? Is there anything inappropriate that you saw about this? Or is there nothing inappropriate you saw about this? Nothing. Nothing. Y'all were all sleeping in the same bed. And Miss Madeline just turned 13. How long was she sleeping in the bed with y'all? You've been with this man for 7 years. So you got with this man when your baby was 6? You got with this man when your baby was 6? And you had her sleeping in the bed with you and him? That's not her father. What the fuck? It's okay for the mother to sleep with her daughter in her bed. That's okay all fucking day. But why the hell is the daughter in the bed with her and a fully grown man that she's dating that's not her father? And for how long was she allowing this to happen? If Miss Madeline just turned 13. And did you understand something to be inappropriate about that? And if not, what was appropriate about what you were doing? When asked if it was normal that Stephen and Blake sleep together. When asked if it was normal that Stephen and Blake sleep together without her being there. And she said yes. So I wish I could get in the room with this mother. I just wish I could get in the room with this mother. I still do. Listen, honey. I still do. Listen to me. You lack discernment, number one. Your security and protection techniques, which are obligations to your children when you have them, are called into question here. You are somebody who didn't deserve to be a mother. And I'm going to go ahead and say that because you lack discernment and because the way you provided security, safety, and protection to your daughter was neglectful. That you saw nothing wrong with your baby girl sleeping in a bed with a grown-ass man that you're dating. That is not her father. She said that Stephen dropped Maddie off between 8:30 and 8:45